What is a sexual perversion? First, normal or non-perverted sex must be defined. First, to be a sexual perversion, there will have to be a sexual desire or practice that can be plausibly described in some sense unnatural. The main problem is what is natural and what is unnatural. It needs to be discussed that there is a difference between having sex and reproduction. Reproduction is not a sexual perversion. To be a perversion, there needs to be an unnatural sexual preference. It needs to be psychological. Cultural, social norms, or anything of that nature has no bearing on what is a sexual perversion and what is not. Social norms change from culture to culture. We are attracted to people at first by how they look, a particular individual whose physical and emotional characteristics stand out and appeal to us, but it is not their objects or features of the person that we are attracted to, their feet, their eyes, their mouth, that we place our sexual desires and advances on. Once we place our sexual desires on a part of a person and only that part, or your attraction is only due to what kind of person they are, Asian, black, or white, it becomes a sexual perversion. There are 4 steps that need to happen in some form in order to make a sexual interaction normal. Sexual desires involve perception and mutual perception. Sexual awareness is also a key aspect. You need to be aware of not only yourself but your partner and vice versa. Step 1. You need to notice the other person, and I'm using a person in this case to make it simple, and become sexually aroused. Step 2. That other person needs to become aware and sexually aroused by you. Step 3. You then notice the other person has become sexually aroused, and then you in turn become more sexually aroused. Step 4. It's the most complicated. The other person needs to recognize that you recognize that they recognized you and become sexually aroused. All sexual encounters must follow these steps in at least some way. Both your mind and your body need to be involved. That is why sadism and masochists are sexual perversions. In both, all 4 steps are not followed. Mind and body are not connected. This is also why homosexuality is not a sexual perversion. All 4 steps can be completed even with 2 males and 2 females. Even if it is a perversion, it is not a bad sexual perversion. There has to be different levels. There is a very thin line between what is a sexual perversion and what is not. These are really good arguments. But what about people who think there are no such thing as sexual perversions? They say someone's sexual desires are like an appetite that needs to be fulfilled. But look at the appetite of food. Don't people eat things that are bad for them every day? Would you not say that there's something wrong with that appetite? What if someone ate shoelaces and tires? Wouldn't that be wrong? If so, then there are perversions with food as well. Sexual perversions are real, and the rules above prove it.